There are just some waters where certain baits and bait combinations always work really well. And on the Achtuba, I'm going to show you a few baits that you just have to try out. Yeah, one of those baits is, for example, krill. And that's exactly what I'm starting with now. Just trying out krill first. Of course, besides those must-have baits, there are also always a few spots that you try. But you'll find those spots in loads of posts, whether it's in the forum, on Discord, here on the YouTube channel. In this playlist, you'll also find a bunch of spots, but the spots are just one part of it. The other part is figuring out which baits are interesting and which baits are even worth testing at all. My first test today is krill. Krill on the Achtuba, or to put it more generally, krill is also great for sturgeon-type fish, but also for wild carp or bighead carp. It works again and again really well. And that's why this is my first test on the Achtuba. In this case, I'm just using size 14 boilie, so a bit on the smaller side. And the whole thing, of course, fully krill-based, sinking boilies on a classic hair rig. And here we go. So at this spot, cast out 25 meters, and that's it. We're already rolling. Yeah, and overall, it's looking pretty good already, especially when you're just starting here. And boom, the first fish is already a Stellate Sturgeon. Very nice. So that's what we've got here. Stellate Sturgeon, Bighead Carp, Russian Sturgeon, Wild Carp, and another Russian Sturgeon just now. Yeah, that's how it starts. 10 minutes at the spot, and, well, it's actually quite a pleasant thing. The spot itself, also super convenient, because you don't have to go out with the boat first, which on the Achtuba is always a bit time-consuming. Let's put it that way. Time-consuming is probably the key word here. Yeah, like I said, up here on the main island where you spawn, you just go a few meters over, and this area is also always interesting for different sturgeon species, but also now and then for short-headed barbel. And just like that, you could set up here with other baits as well. For example, with tuna. Tuna is also always an important one for these fish species. Or halibut. Halibut, in different combinations, has worked for years. And if you want to set up here and don't even want to go with boilies, or you're not sure yet if that's even the right thing for you, then just go with a night crawler. Even a simple night crawler, maybe on a size 1 hook, that's totally a valid option here to catch valuable or even rare fish now and then. So cast it out again, 25 meters, and things are going pretty well here. Tighten the line a bit. Yep, that one too. All right, now let's take a look at the bait mix. So in this combo, I've kept the feed with krill pretty basic. Linseed, always a great high quality base. You could also go with rapeseed, totally valid. In this case, I just tried linseed. Then we go straight into our bait. We want to push krill even more here. So in goes dried krill and also krill feed pellets. Then we're adding in components that are always interesting for these fish. Chopped worms, that would work if you're using nightcrawler as bait, or also Icelandic scallop, totally a possibility if you're using scallop as bait. Yeah, and then of course round it all off with krill sauce. And from here, you can decide, do you want to go more in the mussel direction or more toward worm? There's even worm aroma. And if you're going for components like tuna or halibut, then of course, use the matching feed pellets. Always remember, just once with feed pellets, not 3 times in a row. Mussel, 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 or krill, krill, krill. That has no bonus attraction effect. So always mix different components in. See? And it just keeps going. I'm super happy, especially with the fish that are biting here. These are all really valuable fish. And for something put together this simply, even the short-headed barbel are coming in. I gotta say, this is a super nice setup right now. Easily cast out 25 meters, different fish on simple bait combos. And if you bring a bit more time and maybe want to go for bigger fish, then you just switch to size 18 boilies. So, significantly bigger. Of course, your catch rate will go down, but there's a good chance much bigger fish will come in too. You just need to be aware. That might also lead to a bigger fight, or it might get risky. So always bring enough line, because things can get tricky here, especially from here over to that corner down there. I think it's around 100 meters of line. So if you're not geared up with enough line, or if the fish runs around the bend, then it's game over. So you really need to react quickly, control the fish, and try to keep it out of that corner, because worst case, that fish is gone. So get to testing those baits. Like I said earlier, tuna in combination. And of course, there are different versions of boilies, for example, tuna soluble. That can always be worth it. Same goes for halibut. Also for halibut, you've got different components, different types of boilies, like halibut soluble, also an option. Or just go in basic, no fancy stuff, just that classic aroma. And then of course, adjust your bait mix accordingly. And one combo that, honestly, everyone should know, at least from all the bait pots, is crayfish. Crayfish combined with crab and mussel, or also crab and fish in the pellet version. That also works really well, again and again. So, that's it for this little spot and the bait testing. And like I said, it's been the same for years. It's always the same aromas that the fish keep responding to. And because of that, you can test a spot like this really quickly with a simple bait mix and a few different baits. See if it's running, if it's interesting or not. And you can do that at basically any other random spot too. Cast it out, test and see if something's happening. Look, next bighead carp here. I'll happily take that one too. All right, come on in, 14 kilos. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Back out it goes. And I'd say let's just take a quick look into the fish keeper. See how much these fish are actually worth. Yeah, and this is how it looks. So, in total, 20 minutes at this spot, 220 silver already in the bank. Now that is really, really good. Just sort by price real quick. Yeah, these are fish that have a really solid value. And for something this simple, it's just super fun. If you like the whole thing, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. And then I'll see you in the next video, or maybe in the next live stream. Until then, tight lines.